Hey, this is Dave Wood from My Senior Navigator, and I wanted to share with you a story that recently happened to me. I was working with a client, a woman client that needed some care for her husband who was in a skilled nursing facility, who was recovering from a number of health problems. And she was so stressed out, crying on the phone, just very emotional, and she just got to a point of overwhelm. So I decided that I would come out to the skilled nursing facility and I would meet with her husband and kind of assess the situation and see if I could be any help, just kind of dissecting things, you know. So I get out there and there's John in bed, and he's cognitively okay. It's just I could tell right away he was very depressed about being in a place like this. And he just kind of thought it was over for him. And so his wife was talking, and he was just kind of sitting there listening and letting everybody just talk about him, but nobody was talking to him. And so after a few minutes, you know, and we had kind of been talking about some of the veterans benefits that he qualifies for. So I decided that I was going to talk directly to John. And so I sat down with him and I was like, John, what branch of the military were you in? He goes, well, I was in the Marines. I was like, you're a Marine? He's like, yeah. And I was like, well, then you're kind of a badass then, huh? And he's all, once upon a time. And I go, well, do you know what's going on here? And he's like, yeah, I don't know, kind of. And I said, they're complaining because you're not getting up out of your bed to do your physical therapy. And so they want to keep you here longer until your legs get strong enough to where you can do this on your own. And he's like, well, I can do that stuff. And I said, but why are you refusing it? He's like, what's the point? And I was like, were you in Vietnam? And he said, yeah. And I said, and you saw the action there? He's, oh, yeah. I'm like, was there ever a time where maybe you were in trouble and you knew you had to move even though you thought it was kind of crazy, or maybe you just didn't, you knew that if you stayed where you were, that you were maybe going to end up getting hurt or worse? And he's like, yeah. And I said, this is one of those times, John. You got to get up. You got to do the physical therapy, or else you're going to stay here forever. I know that's not what you want. He's all, no, I don't want that. And I'm like, so you don't have to do it all today, but every day when they come in, you need to get your butt up out of bed and you got to get in there and do the physical therapy. And in 3 weeks, you'll be home. Well, in 3 weeks, he was home because he got up and he did the work. And part of what happened is, I think he was able to kind of get into that state of being a Marine, you know? And he was able to get up and get physical. And I think a lot of us are going through this paralyzing moment right now. But the first thing, if we can get our bodies moving, if we can get our mind right, then we could do a lot with this moment, you know? And one of the things that I'm going to be asking everybody to do is to call their mom, call their dad, call their grandparents, whoever you have in that elderly community, and reach out to them, connect with them. But most importantly, don't talk about the virus, talk about something else. And I'm going to give you some other videos with ideas on things that you can talk about, but basically get their mind off the news and try to minimize that. It's going to go a long way to making everybody kind of feeling better and just getting to the point where we can start marching on like John did. So hope this helps, and I will talk to you soon. See ya.